Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dielle Charon. I'm a sales coach for aspiring and scaling women of color coaches. I went from making $2,500 a month as a social worker to building my business to multiple seven figures. And I am here to say the coaching industry is not saturated. It is anything but. And in this video, I want you to make sure you stay to the end because I'm gonna be breaking down how people think that the coaching industry is saturated and how that's killing their sales and what they need to be thinking instead. So like I just said before, no, the coaching industry is not saturated. I know so many people are talking about it, posting about it. It's one of the biggest objections to the industry that the coaching industry is saturated. And I'm here to say, no, it's absolutely not saturated. People are gonna have all sorts of thoughts about the coaching industry, and that doesn't mean you have to believe all of them. I want you to be looking at the evidence. I want you to be seeing all of the multiple six and seven figure coaches, and they're growing their businesses. People are still buying coaching. And I don't want you to look at them and think of they're the only ones being successful. What if there's so many people that you have no idea exist that are also being successful too? Success is not just reserved for the top few or the top best. Success is reserved for anybody who wants to create it, especially in entrepreneurship and inside of the coaching industry. So one of my mentors actually explained this analogy and it made sense to me so quickly, and I want to share it with you. She was actually asked, is the coaching industry saturated? Are there too many coaches? And she said it this way that blew my mind. All she said was, if I went to a football stadium, if I went to a basketball stadium, if I went to a baseball stadium, whatever your favorite sport is, if I went to a stadium and if I polled each individual one, and if they all were asked the same question of, do you have a coach and do you even know what the coaching industry is, the majority of them would say no. The average everyday person would not know what a coach is, would not know what the coaching industry even is. That means that we are actually early adapters. That means that there are not a lot of coaches if the average everyday person doesn't even know what a coach is. And so if you have thoughts on like, are there too many coaches? Is the coaching industry saturated? I find that one main thing is true. You're really just in a bubble. Maybe you have lots of coach friends. Maybe all you follow are coaches. Maybe all of your podcasts that you listen to are coaches. And that's why you're thinking that the coaching industry is saturated, but it's only because you are living in that bubble. But the average everyday person does not know what coaching is. That means it's such a great opportunity. We're still in the early adoption phase in this niche for people to get coaches and to be coached. I know that the majority of my family still doesn't know what a coach is. My husband barely still knows what a coach is, right? There are so many opportunities for coaches to still become mainstream. And so again, I think a lot of people also say that the coaching industry is saturated is because they might dabble into coaching. They might try it a few times here, try it a few times there. They might explore, they might look into it, right? They may dabble into the industry, but they really have not found success in the industry. And it's only because they think that the coaching industry is a get-rich-quick scheme, right? They're like, okay, if it's so new, if it's so early, if it's so revolutionary, and if there's a lot of opportunity, I should be able to post and get clients. I should be able to post and make money. I should be able to post and find very quick success. That's not always true, right? People still want to know, are you a trustworthy person? People still want to know, are you credible? People still want to know, what skill do you have? And so coaching is not just post and make money, right? That's not what the coaching industry is. But if that's happening to you, if you are showing up and you're not making money, it's not because the coaching industry is saturated. It's actually because you need to hone in on your skill. Those who are successful in the coaching industry, it's not because they're a part of the 1%. People are able to buy from them because they're skilled at what they do. So if you're ever wondering if the coaching industry is saturated, I think the saturation actually happens because of a lack of a skill set. So if you're posting and not converting into clients, it's not because there's so many coaches that people have so many options to choose from. It's because you aren't skilled enough in your selling and you aren't skilled enough in your expertise in order for people to trust you. big difference. Saturation happens when there's so many people dabbling and not actually being skilled in what they're doing. And so you want to be making sure that you're coming off as skilled, as an expert, and as competent enough for someone to fork over $1,000, $5,000, $15,000, $50,000 in order for you to help them. And so if you want to combat the saturation, you need to make sure that you are actually skilled at what you do. And so with all this being said, if you're like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm still finding success as a coach, even if there's other coaches, but while also knowing that a lot of people still don't even know the coaching industry exists, by knowing how to sell, you have to position yourself like an expert. And I was able to position myself as an expert and create 10K months so I could leave my 9-to-5 job and then scale my business to 6, multiple 6, and now multiple 7 figures because I was able to sell. I knew how to position myself even though I had a small audience, even though I didn't have the best I help statement, even though I didn't have the best content on Instagram, I was still able to position myself like an expert even when my account was super, super small. And so you have to have the skills to be able to sell. Now, you also might be thinking, okay, if people don't know about the coaching industry, if there's a lot of opportunity, are people actually curious enough to buy? And the answer is yes. When people know about the coaching industry, they want to have a coach. When people know that there is an opportunity for them to solve their problem and for them to get personalized support, they want that level of support as they're getting a result. There are so many successful relationship coaches, divorce coaches, weight loss coaches, mindset coaches that are flourishing in this industry because people want to buy coaching. This industry is just getting started and you want to make sure that you are a part of it. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. Make sure to get my free training below so that you know how to sell and position yourself as a coach, even if you have a small audience and even if you're just getting started. I will see you in the next video.